Okay, so let's talk about this kind of secret superpower that's hiding inside your computer. It's the secret force behind everything from your favorite video games to the coolest new AI. And the crazy thing is, you use it every single day and probably don't even know it. Have you ever just stopped and wondered how your computer can do such huge things? You know, how it can create these giant, beautiful worlds in video games or make incredible art from just a few words? I mean, how can one little box do so much and so fast? What's the secret? Well, here's the secret. It turns out every computer basically has two different kinds of brains. You've got one brain that's like a single, super smart genius who's really good at solving tricky problems. And then the other brain, it's like a giant crowd with thousands of helpers, all ready to get to work.
All right, so let's get to know these two brains a little better, because they're both super important.
Okay, first up, we've got the CPU, or the Central Processing Unit. We can just call it our genius. It's perfect for really tough problems that need a lot of careful steps. But it's got a little weakness. It can only work on one thing at a time, step by step. And then you've got the GPU, the Graphics Processing Unit. This is our giant crowd. It's made up of thousands of tiny helpers. Now, each little helper in this crowd isn't a genius on its own, but they are amazing at one thing, simple math. And here's the kicker. They can all do their math problems at the exact same time. Okay, so what happens when you run into a problem that's just huge? A problem so big that even our super smart genius would get totally overwhelmed. Right, so think about something like teaching a computer how to talk. You know, like those chatbots? To do that, you've got to give it millions and millions of super simple math problems. But, and this is the important part, it needs to solve all of them at the same time to really learn anything. So what would happen if we gave this giant job to our genius, the CPU? Well, it would start chugging along, right? Solving one problem, then the next, then the next. But with millions of them, it would take, no joke, hundreds of years to finish. Yeah, that's just not going to work. So, clearly, we need a way to give that giant pile of work to our giant crowd of helpers, right? And this is where a really special tool comes in to unlock their superpower. And that tool, it's called CUDA. So what is CUDA? You can think of it like a magic rulebook or an instruction manual. It's a special language that lets people tell the entire crowd in the GPU what to do, all at the same time. It's like a coach giving one play to the whole team. And here's how it works. It's actually pretty simple. A programmer has a huge task, right? They use CUDA to write down the rules for the crowd. Then they just hand those rules over to all the thousands of helpers in the GPU. And bam, they all get to work at once and the huge job gets done super, super fast. And the results? It's just mind-blowing. Seriously. With CUDA and this whole GPU crowd working together, jobs that would have taken centuries can now get done in just a few weeks. That's more than 100 times faster. And this whole amazing superpower, you know, the idea of solving tons of problems all at once instead of one by one, it has a really cool name. It's called parallel computing. It's the total opposite of doing things one at a time. But you know what the best part is? This isn't just some techie idea. You can actually see this huge crowd of helpers working all around you every single day. Okay, so if you've ever played a video game, you've totally seen CUDA in action. That GPU crowd, they're the ones drawing all the beautiful, amazing worlds on your screen. They're painting every little detail to make it all look real and run super fast. And its power is even crazier when you look at AI. I mean, every time you talk to a smart chatbot or use one of those apps that makes art from just a few words, yep, that's CUDA in the background, telling that GPU crowd what to do. It's even helping self-driving cars learn how to see the road. So, when you zoom out, what's the big idea here? What does this amazing teamwork between people, CUDA, and the GPU really tell us? It really comes down to this. The secret to solving the world's biggest challenges isn't always about finding one lonely genius. Nope. It's about figuring out how to get thousands, even millions, of helpers to all work together as a team. This idea, this whole parallel computing thing, is already changing everything. Which really just leaves us with one last super exciting question. With this incredible power to get a whole army of helpers organized, what huge problem should we try to solve next?